Hello, everybody. My name is Michael DeGioia. I'm the Director of Institutional Sales here with Dash Trader, and this is another video in my series on trading videos, configuring the Dash Trader platform, configuring the platform for trading. And what I'm going to be focusing on is all the other windows today, and specifically, some of the idiosyncrasies of some of the other windows that are not so commonly used or configured in the Dash Trader platform, okay? So the first thing I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna go to the market viewer, okay? And it's under the quotes window, and you got a number of different types of market viewers. So number one, you got market view. Pop that open, and I just want you to see you got your main indexes, and you got some very commonly traded stocks, okay? Now, there's a lot of things that you can do with this window, all right? And the first thing I'd like you to do is I'd like you just to right-click on the side, and I pop up a montage window for trading. And I'm gonna just put it right here next to my montage window. I'm not gonna really need all this size. I'm just gonna reduce this window up. I'm gonna show you some of the really cool features of this market viewer, okay? So we got tick. Tick shows the last trade, whether it's an uptick or downtick. Now, if you click on change, and you double click on the border between change and last, it expands the window so that you can see the full word, okay? There will be no covered data if you double click on that side, okay? And like for volume, that certainly is the case. It makes it much wider, okay? So here we go. We're just going to expand out our window a little bit. And there we have it, okay? Now look, I'm going to double click here, and I'm just going to add in a couple of signals. I'm going to do FCX, which is already actually in there, so I'm going to do a different one. I'll just do, let's just see, Apple, AAPL. So I got Apple. I just click on whatever symbol that I'd like to add. It just populates right in there. Now, I'd like to right click and delete a row. I can delete a row. Go to add a new row. I can configure the entire market viewer. I can view top lists. So now I can just go here and say, look, I want to see all the most active stocks in the NASDAQ. And all that data immediately populates. So let's just do that again. I'm going to right click. I'm going to go, I want to see I had NASDAQ actives. Now I'm going to go NASDAQ losers. The entire list are stocks that are losing on the NASDAQ. If I want to sort that list, I click sort, and now the biggest percentage loser is NKLA, okay? Now let me just bring up, just for the purposes of demonstration, all the stocks, and I'm going to look at the charts. Okay, and this is how you use this platform, and you use your most actives, okay, for finding trading opportunities, okay? Now this is building on all the work that I've done previously in other videos and in other sessions and episodes. So I'm gonna go here to quotes, I'm gonna go to chart, and in the past, I right click and I go load settings. So God forbid I ever close something. Okay, I'm going to do the MDAD mic chart, double click, and sure enough, okay, I'm going to click right here on my DIA, grab my little anchor, which links it, and boom, I got my DIA chart. So now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to put it right here on my screen, and I'm going to go down the list and look at the stocks that are the biggest losers on the NASDAQ as per my market viewer, okay? And I like to do this just because it really shows you the power of the software and shows you how to use it to find trading opportunities. So here's the biggest loser of the day, okay? Boom, 15-minute chart. You see that it's been going down all day, okay? Opened here, and it's been trading down all day. Okay, big percentage loser. Let's keep on going. Let's go to another one, another down chart. So if I'm looking for something to short, these are stocks that are down and going lower. Take a look at the daily chart. Look at the daily chart, how this thing broke support and is breaking down. It broke its 50-period moving average. Let's go to N. Look at that. From here down to here. So from a percentage standpoint, now this is a very low price stock, which is why the percentage basis is so large. So here's another one. Big gap up the prior day, gap down today, continuation down. So you're going to find that when we do percentage losers, you're going to find very low price stocks because at a percentage basis, it's very large. And let's go back here to our top list. And let's go to NYSE losers, okay? And you're going to see like Checkpoint, Chesapeake, okay? Big gap down on Chesapeake. But you're finding all the losers of the day, and you can find them very quickly and very easily using the Dash platform. Now, let's continue and remember, when you want to sort them by change, you click on change, okay? If you want to support them by last, you know, or you could do, instead of percentage change, you could put in there, you know, dollar value change, okay? So let's continue to see what other things we can do with our market viewer. So we have our top list. We got active gainers, NASDAQ losers, NASDAQ most actives. Let's do our high-low tickers, okay? Let's do our new high ticker, okay? Here is a new high ticker. So let's just say this stock is making a new high. CPTI making a new high. If I'm looking for stocks that are going up, all I got to do is wait, and I'm getting stock after stock after stock filling up my new high ticker on my market viewer. Okay? Go to quotes. I'm going to go to market viewer, and I'm going to go to market view. Okay? So this is a way that I can create a nice high and low ticker. It's bringing up all the stocks that are making new highs. As you can see, it's running green. Okay, let's see. Another stock making new high. This is how I'm finding good trading opportunities to the long side. Okay, one after another. In each one of these charts, I have them on my daily chart. Now, what I'm going to do here is a little bit different here. I'm gonna take this. I don't need all this data. I'm going to scrunch it up. I just want to see the last, the change, the last, and that's it. Nothing else. Just leave it at that, okay? I'm going to pop open another chart. Quotes, another chart. I'm going to right click, load settings. Got Mike's chart. It's my favorite chart. And I'm going to go right here. And this one I'm going to make not a daily. I'm going to do it in intraday. And I'm going to just look at this for trading opportunities. And I'm going to just call it. I'm going to save this as a layout afterwards. So you're going to see this is my 5-minute. And I'm going to look at it on 2 time frames. Well, maybe a little bit longer. We'll see. Okay. So I'm just going to grab this anchor. Remember, we always grab the anchor. Okay. If I'm looking for long opportunities, I'm going to look at Roku, and I'm going to pop up my daily. It's my daily, my 5 minutes. So let me just see. BS, another. So you got my daily is good, breaking into clear air on the daily, breaking into 5-minute clear air. A nice strong one. But the only thing that's a little disconcerting is obviously low volume, as you can see the gaps on the chart. Let's see Taro. Don't like a lot of congestion on the daily. So this is how I'm scanning for opportunities. Roku, clear air on the daily. Well, we're at resistance on the daily, but potentially we could break into clear air. Maybe this is one worth watching because you got a lower low, and a higher low. But basically, I've just eliminated, if I want, I'm looking for a long opportunity. Now, why would I be looking for a long opportunity? Let's see what the broader market is doing. I'm just going to go back to my quotes, go to my chart. Okay, I'm not going to take this chart because that's what I want to have up there. Okay, but we're going to put this right here. Okay, I'm going to make this just a teeny tiny bit smaller. Okay, I just want to have only on this screen for educational purposes just what I want to look for in terms of trading opportunities. And you're going to see why I'm doing what I'm doing. Okay. I'm going to put the SPY on here. So that's the broader market. And I'm going to zoom in a little bit. I'm going to right click. I'm going to go load settings. So I always want to have all my chart analytics looking exactly the same. Same moving average, colors, everything the same. So here I got I'm going to put my 1 minute, I'll do my 5 minute. So I'm looking at my 5 minute, I want to have my 5 minute. So here I'm watching the S&P in conjunction with the stocks that I'm looking to potentially go long. Okay, so the 5 minute on the S&P is looking to turn around. Roku's being relatively strong to the S&P. So probably not something I want to jump into. If the S&P is looking like it's starting to roll over and turn in another direction, I probably don't want to be going long Roku. So right now I'm going to right click and I'm going to go back to my high-low ticker, and this time I'm going to go low tickers. I'm going to look for short. Let's see some shorts. If the S&P starts to go down, I just got a couple of short ideas. Okay, here's a stock, daily rejection bar at the low of the day. If the S&P starts going lower, this stock should go lower as well. This is ADPT. Let's see, RF, very low volume, don't like it. This stock doesn't have a lot of distance to it in terms of clear air on the daily. Congestion, not seeing great short opportunities. This one's kind of close to its potential target, SILV. But you can see how the market viewer constantly brings up trading ideas for me, okay? Now, I could also right click and I can go to user defined list. This is my market viewer list. This is what I've typed into my market viewer. It's defined by me. I'm the user. Okay? I could always import a list. Okay, and I can click auto fit, which will auto fit the size of the columns to the size of my window so that I can see the most data possible. Okay, now, last one is config, the config window for the market viewer. If I want to change the color and size of the font, instead of 5, I can make it 7. Okay, commit, boom. Now I got much bigger fonts if I'm having trouble seeing my fonts. All right, so most people, and I just want you to go because I'm not done with that yet. Most people don't realize, now this is the last thing about the market viewer that most people don't realize. When I go here, I have a whole slew of predefined lists. I want to see the Dow 30, boom, I got the Dow 30. I right click on here and I go auto fit. My data is now auto fitted to the entire Dow 30, okay? And I can see what I want to see on the Dow 30. Okay, I got all my stocks on the Dow 30 right here. And you can see that the vast majority of the stocks on the Dow 30 are up on the day, with Home Depot being one of the stronger stocks. So let's see what Home Depot's chart looks like. Home Depot had a nice, big, huge gap up, which is why it's one of the biggest stocks up on the day on the Dow 30. Now, I want to sort them by change on the day. We have Home Depot, we have United Healthcare, and Apple being some of the bigger stocks up on the day, up 8% on the day, which is a whopping amount. And you got Goldman Sachs as well. Let's see what Goldman Sachs looks like. Remember, today we had a very big gap up. So we're going to see stocks had gapped up, sold off quite considerably, and have since bounced from there. So this is how you use your market viewer to really get a good sense of the market. And I believe that it's one of the most underutilized. You got the NASDAQ 100, the first 50 stocks. You got the NASDAQ 100, the second 50 stocks. You got market viewer number 6, right? So now what you can do in these windows is you can go to quotes and then you can use your market viewer to pre-configure any one of those market viewer lists. So you could put up to 20, right, from 6 to 20, which is 14 different configurations for different types of market viewer windows. And you could have different lists for any one of these market viewer windows, number 6 through 20. So you could have different lists of stocks that you want to look at. So you could break it down by sector. You could break it down by uptrend, downtrend. You could have all different criteria so that you can use your market viewer to very quickly and easily accessibly, with a lot of ease, find different lists of stocks that you have done your homework on the weekend or on a time when the market isn't open, and you've saved them under different lists. Obviously, just keep track of what name is associated to that list. And that's how you could possibly use your market viewer to find some great trading ideas. Here is if you have futures data, which obviously I'm not permissioned for futures data, but if you have futures data, this is a pre-configured list for you to view your various different futures stock charts. And obviously that's something I'm going to put on my list to request, is to add my futures quote data for the future. So here we have market viewer, and I'm just going to go back to my normal market view. Okay, and notice some of these lists, you could have multiple market view lists on your screen at a time. So you could have your market view, you could have your futures view, you could have your Dow 30, okay, and you could have multiple different lists of stocks on your screen. But just realize that if you're pulling a lot of quote data, depending on the computing capability of your computer, it could slow down your computer. It could also slow down if your internet connection isn't great. So you really don't want to be pulling too much data. Now, the last thing that I didn't go through quite yet, I can go to config, and I don't need to be pulling all this data. So like I don't need size, right? I can remove that. Okay, the way you remove it is just click that and it's gone. I might not need the bid and the ask. Boom, boom. I might not need the open. Gone. Might not need today's close or the previous close. Maybe I just want the high, the low, volume, last change. Okay, so I'm just going to put the high and the low. Actually, maybe I don't even need the high and the low. And now I've just reduced. If I'm going to have a lot of market viewer screens on my layout, I can hit commit, and now I am pulling far less data for optimal use of my computer and my trading platform. So I hope you found this very helpful in terms of how to use your market viewer and find some trading opportunities. And just to recap, if I right click, top lists, I really like high-low tickers. The one that I didn't show and I was saving it for last is both high and low. So it's showing me all the stocks, right, that are popping up, that are making new highs and new lows. If they're popping up in green, then they're popping up on green because it's a new high. If it's popping up in red, now that becomes a momentum indicator in what's going on in the market itself. Because if you start to see that your ticker is running green, that's showing you that most stocks or the market is running up. So green means that we have a market run to the upside. You're always going to have a little smattering of red in there because some stocks are just weak of their own accord. But if you start to see lots of green flowing through your market ticker, then that's going to tell you that the market is maybe pushing to the upside. And that becomes an indicator of momentum in and of itself. So we can see that most of the stocks are running up green at the moment. Okay? So on that final note, I hope you found this overview of the market viewer window on your Dash Trader Pro helpful. Stay tuned. We're going to continue to show you how to use the Dash Trader Pro to find good trading opportunities and use your platform for trading, not just using your platform to get around your platform. This series is designed to show you how to find tradable ideas using your trading technology. All the best. Hope you have a wonderful trading day.